people can eat whatever they want to. Ugh. Is anybody telling you that you can't eat? You're just tired of feeling bad for doing so. And if you don't want to feel bad, and if you don't want to feel, I don't know, unhealthy, you could just stop. You could chill out. You could begin a diet and start working out like the rest of us. And yes, I thought her knee was her stomach. Well, it finally happened. I was in a room of 20 colleagues. We were going around the room introducing ourselves and giving life updates. I gave my update and shared how I was learning to love my body just the way it was, and that I had been participating in the fat liberation movement. All of that went fine and was well received. But not 20 minutes later is there a loud snap and a piece of the chair I'm sitting in goes flying across the room. Hey, you, stop giggling. That's not funny. That's we'll continue. I had broken a chair that could not handle my weight. I was and still am mortified. I will be with these people for another 3 days. Luckily, I did not hit the floor, and for sure I would have cried then. Well, a little later, I got a text that a new chair was waiting for me in the hall. The new chair is much sturdier and I feel much more comfortable in it. Thank goodness, because it was going to be a long 3 days in those chairs. I have never broken anything before, so this has been very devastating. What have you broken? Man, I didn't know the fat liberation movement continued to take casualties. You see, in the past, it used to be people, having heart attacks and strokes, but now poor office chairs are dying too. It's a real shame. All right, time to search up weight loss journey on TikTok. I need a little bit of motivation to lose this weight and look like a Greek god. Are you serious? Come on. Not every person who wants to lose weight is anorexic or is going through an eating disorder. Are you serious? You're not alone. Who do they think they're helping? The person who designed this page knows that it's BS. They know that this is meant to save the feelings of those who were built like an upside down pear. This is a lament for Mama Cass, who died from dieting, and the media said she choked on a ham sandwich. This is a lament for every fat person who died from dieting. This is a lament for how our tragedies are turned into comedies for entertainment. It's not funny when anybody dies. No one's turning your deaths into comedy. If anything, when people talk to you about weight loss, they want you to survive longer. If Mama Cass truly died from dieting, she was far gone already. Like, dieting wasn't just the only thing she needed in order to lose weight. Because it is true that those who are extremely obese cannot go into a diet because their whole bodies begin to shut down. That's why they need extreme medical intervention. But these people seem to not understand that that does not support their argument against dieting. It actually reinforces it. I couldn't imagine being so fat that the common ways to lose weight through dieting and exercise actually threaten my life because my body is so used to an unhealthy lifestyle. Losing weight because of fertility is eugenics, along with being another lie that's been pushed by medical practices. Fat people and skinny people get pregnant every day. Please don't let nobody tell you that your fertility concerns are because of your fatness. Ugh. Don't use the ampersand. You have an incomplete sentence and a double negative in the same tweet. But I digress. Your opinion is stupid. Yes, of course fat women can get pregnant. It doesn't mean they should. Do you understand how dangerous that is? Being overweight or obese is a risk factor for giving birth prematurely. And last time I checked, preemie babies have a little bit of a hard time at the beginning of life. They survive, trust me, there's plenty of really healthy preemie babies out there, but at the beginning it's a little bit of a rough ride. So yes, it's in the best interest of your future child to lose weight. Jesus, if that's not enough to motivate you, then nothing else is. Oh, ugh. My colonoscopy prep has my body in full starvation and deprivation panic mode, and I still have another 15 hours until procedure. This is 100% caused by all the years of dieting I did as a teen and young adult, I'm sure. And I can't wait until this is over. Diets don't work, and they cause lasting trauma. Let's say right now I were to go to the gym for the next 4 to 5 months and I'm seeing pretty consistent gains, but all of a sudden I suddenly stop and reverse all of my, habits and begin to lose muscle mass. Is it the gym's fault or is it my fault? Obviously it's my fault. So no, diets do work. They don't cause trauma. You just stopped doing the work and you gained all that weight back, and now you're laying on the table with your booty cheeks out, upset that you're big. You can't be mad that you're fat when you didn't do the things that prevent you from being fat. You're 500 plus pounds because you're eating at least 3,000 plus calories a day, not because your body is naturally meant to be 500 pounds. I actually should be eating that amount. In reality, I max out below 600 to 1,000. I'd be much happier at 3K, but I'm poor and can't afford to eat the way my body prefers. That's also how many fat poor people eat. You also need 10,000 calories to gain weight properly. No, I don't even understand how you can be poor in 500 pounds. You gotta really be earning to actually get that body together. I don't think McDonald's takes you there. And let's be honest, let's be clear here. If you genuinely are poor where you can only afford 600 to 1,000 calories a day, you wouldn't be in this situation, my man. You would not be 500 pounds, bro. You're getting food from somewhere else. Man, this is one of the older trends on the subreddit. You always encounter a statement from someone who's grossly obese going out of their way to say, oh, I do diet. Oh, I do work out. Do you? Do you really? Because I have a hard time believing that you, out of every person on the planet who's ever tried to lose weight ever, is actually having trouble with dieting, calorie counting, and working out, and somehow magically is gaining 10 to 20 pounds each month. It's crazy how everybody on this subreddit is the world's most unfortunate unicorn. It's extremely upsetting that I joined a group to help me feel uplifted and not so alone as a plus-size woman, only to be told that I don't know what it's like to struggle as a fat person when I absolutely do. I thought this group was all about body positivity, but here I am being body shamed for being a smaller fat. Oh my god, it's almost like the fat liberation movement and body positivity movement is a giant purity spiral where it's only beneficial to the most degenerate and most obese people imaginable. The movement isn't a movement at all. It's just a giant hug box for people who don't want to put in the work to actually be healthy. This is a very convenient way to bully people into believing their weird politics so that they don't have to do any hard work. Do you see the scam? I don't care who does it or why they do it. Let me be perfectly clear. The act of intentional weight loss is fatphobic/anti-fat. You cannot lose weight intentionally without your actions reinforcing the anti-fat idea that anyone can just lose weight. Funny enough, you're right. Losing weight is anti-fat. That's what I'm trying to get off of my body, especially if that fat is affecting my health, my overall health. If I'm sacrificing years of my life because of a bad habit, like eating food, I need to make a change. Now, let me be clear, fat is supposed to be in your body. You need a place to store excess calories for times where you can't eat. And also, fat is a fantastic insulator. But the old adage goes, too much of a good thing can become a bad thing. And you guys refuse to believe that and lean on pseudoscience to make sure you can maintain your weird and depressing lifestyle. Nobody is on your side, and no amount of browbeating is going to make people change their minds. I'm fat, my boyfriend is not, yet I eat much less than he does and exercise more than he does because I ride my bike to work every day while he takes the bus. The reason? I have genetic, metabolic, and hormonal issues that makes it so that I have to eat 4-year-olds portions, the fuck, if I want to lose weight. And that's under medical treatment. It's not as easy as calories in and calories out. That has got to be the most obvious exaggeration ever, a 4-year-old's portion. I doubt it. And to be honest, if it wasn't calories in and calories out, why isn't your team of apparently 5 doctors going out of their way to make sure that you're eating smaller portions? Why would that be a part of your medical plan? If it wasn't just simply calories in and calories out. You just described it. It's crazy how people will write 2-paragraph comments on YouTube and not read them at all. Like, you just made that comment so that you could feel better about yourself. Oh, I don't want to feel ugly. I don't want to feel big. But that's what you are. How about you make a change instead of making comments that make no sense? And that fat people still experience oppression when we do. Fat liberation has never been about our individual self-esteem or self-image. It has always been about liberating us from interconnected oppressions and ensuring fat people can stay alive when medical doctors are insistent on killing us. Man, that's crazy. The doctors are killing you? I can't think of any other behaviors or people who could be responsible for your unhealthy and dangerous situation. But I digress. Oppression, ma'am and or sir. Eating so much food to the point that you are actually obese is not oppression. There are many people on this planet who would sell their firstborn child to gain the opportunity to eat 1/3 of the meals that you eat. So please get a grip. You are not garnering any sympathy from anybody, bro. You're not tricking anyone. So put down the social justice degree, go ahead and put away the politics, because nobody is being fooled. Also, more of a general comment of frustration, but if a brand is aiming to appeal to a market of 25 to 40-ish women, surely a little more variation in sizing would make sense. We're not 15 anymore. They had some great looking jeans, and I was excited until I saw that they only go up to a size 18, and only in some styles. I'm a 14 to 16 in my waist, but my hips are 126 centimeters all the way around, which is a 20-ish, much to my frustration. Obviously, I understand that it isn't necessarily feasible to cater to every size imaginable, but I know that more women my age who are a 16 to 18 than a size 4. Our bodies change as we grow, and that's good. I wish the clothing available to us would reflect that. What type of mentality is this? If the average sizes for women aged 25 to 40 are below the size that you can fit and you're within that age range, obviously that's not the common size. Why would businesses go out of their way to make clothes that you guys can't purchase or fit in? It makes no sense. Obviously, you are the outlier. Is that not just apparent? I know in the fat acceptance movement, I see a lot of most fat people don't eat much more than a thin person. Stop assuming every fat person eats too much. And like, okay, I agree with that. But some people are fat and do need a super normal. That's got to be the most ridiculous term I've ever encountered on this subreddit. Man, I'm glad I started this shit back up, bro. What in the world? Do I even have to continue with this post? I mean, for real, what in the is a super normal amount of food? That's an oxymoronic statement. There's no such thing as super normal. The term you're looking for is abnormal, you pear-shaped bitch. I'm in an abnormal psychology class, and I'm learning about eating disorders and obesity, and it's so triggering. My professor is out here saying that weight loss pills and bariatric surgery are successful treatments for obesity. I feel absolutely horrible and so triggered. Ew, what a monstrous and uninformed person. These sound like good classes to skip. These people are so desperate to be affirmed that they're enthusiastic about denying ways to help themselves. Yes, weight loss pills and surgery have been successful and will continue to be successful because those treatments are based in logic and science, while your lifestyle and your beliefs are all about avoiding stigma. Because that's what this is about. It's about reputation. It's not about celebrating different bodies and body positivity. You just are tired of people telling you that you have an unhealthy lifestyle. You're just tired of people telling you that you look bad. And instead of listening, instead of hearing people out and making a change, you'd rather deny reality and live in your delusion. Sugar is not addictive. However, it feels addictive when restricted. Wow, that's nice to hear, because I have an opiate addiction, and every time I'm restricted from taking my perk 30s, I have this insatiable want to take them. Whew, that's just a weight off of my shoulders. I'm glad to know that I'm not a drug addict. Look, I like Frasier, but this whole movie feels kind of icky to me. It's kind of like the old days when white actors were hired to play people of color, or more recent times when cis men have been cast as trans women and non-disabled actors have been cast as disabled characters. Why couldn't a 600-pound actor have been cast in the role? There's an underlying message that audience don't want to see an actual person with a body that doesn't meet Hollywood standards. They only want the illusion of difference. They want to know that they're not watching a real fat/disabled body and just an attractive celebrity altered by makeup. Representation in movies and television is an interesting debate because there's no bottom to that. There's always going to be another intersectional layer for these people to complain about. Oh, that's a 600-pound actor, but why is that 600-pound actor white? Oh, that's a 600-pound white actor, but why are they not non-binary? You see, this type of mentality will always go deeper. It's a rabbit hole that you'll never get out of. And that's why most people don't play your game. They realize the only reason why you're upset about not seeing a genuine 600-pound actor on television is because you want to feel better about yourself, even though you have no reason to. You haven't earned any self-respect because you don't know how to put down the fork. This is pretty messed up, isn't it? Hard to stay healthy, especially when eating outside of the home. The reality of our food system. For sure, $1 burgers don't look like that. It's debatable whether or not you get cheese. And a $12 salad, where are you going, Sweet Green? This is the most pervasive myth when it comes to any sort of dieting. It is not expensive to get vegetables. Like buying anything else, you need to shop around. Go to your local farmer's market, drive a little bit and find a different grocery store. I guarantee you, if you wanted to, if you genuinely wanted to diet through vegetables, you would find a solution, because all of us can. It's not impossible. An entire industry has functioned for decades with the sole purpose of making people spend billions to do whatever it takes to avoid ever looking like me. Duh, who wants to look like you? I'm genuinely asking. Is there anybody out there who wants to look like the personified version of a blobfish? No. So yes, there is a fitness and dieting industry out there to serve that population, which is most reasonable people. Being fat is good and normal, and it's hot, and it's morally neutral, and it's the best thing ever, and it's just the way that some people exist. If I say this enough in the mirror, it'll be true, right? Right? Just a friendly reminder that the idea that you're in fully control of your size and shape of your body is actually a myth and invented by diet culture and fat phobes. There's no such thing as diet culture. You can absolutely shape and change your body if you do want to do it. There are free resources on YouTube that will help you get there. You want to look like a Greek god, you can do it. The only thing holding you back is your own willpower. You get out exactly what you put in. Oh, it's Gorlock the Destroyer. And if you don't know who she is, please search up that meme on YouTube or Twitter, and you'll have a great time seeing this person just behave on a podcast. Anyway, self-proclaimed baddie cries into Hoover because she's a 10, but men at the club don't think so. I can't think of a reason why. She looks like a thumb, and last time I checked, nobody wants to thumb. But in all seriousness, let's not dogpile her. Because to be honest, if she's being brought to tears about how she's not being pursued by men because they don't like her body, that should be a wake-up call. And if that's how you feel, the person who's watching this video right now, that nobody's approaching you, nobody's giving you respect because of the way that you look, it might be unfair, it might be cruel, but the onus is on you to make a change. Not because the opinions of others matter, but because losing weight, being healthy, and making positive changes in your life will pay dividends for you. You will have a better life. If you don't want to cry in the back of an Uber, you gotta make a change. And it has to start today, because there is no tomorrow. Don't put it off. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below, and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you get these notifications every time. I really hope you enjoyed the first episode of Season 4 of r/Fatlogic. It's been a while since we have done this, subreddit. I thought that I've said everything that could be said about this subreddit, but so many of you guys like the motivation, so many of you guys like the jokes, so I'm here to oblige. For those who are confused about content yesterday not coming out, it's because I got sick, and I am still sick, but I'm blessed to have enough energy to be able to get at least this video out, so I hope you guys aren't too upset with me. This weekend, next week, and the week after, there's going to be even more content, so I hope you guys are poised for that, and I hope I feel better by then, because right now I'm getting bodied by RNA, and it's not fair. And as always, we gotta thank the Patreon supporters that make content like this possible. A big thank you to Sherry Morrison, Tron Destroy 23, The Eggs 1, Fitz Chivalry, Din Corta, Code Connor Purvis, Ailurus' mom, The Clan, S16, Green Pasta Man, Squish, Rinhex, Mr. Bean, My Golden Experience, James Tucker, Lucas Adams, BMX30, Cinnamon Sticks, Scott, The Fake Musician, Buckethead, Samantha Bellhart, Admin Faniker, Zach F, Bloody Hunter, Keely, Dundernaz Hawk, Lady Laughs a Lot, Swiss Patreon user Noah, and Catherine Taylor. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description. One on my merch store and one on my Patreon. Both funds go directly into the channel so we can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.